So this is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and today we're going to review the Apple Watch Series 2 right here. Some improvements inside, not a lot of change outside. This kind of mirrors the iPhone 7, doesn't it? But those improvements really do make for a much better watch experience. That said, Watch OS 3.0 is available even for the original Apple Watch that we have right here. And it makes the original Apple Watch a lot faster too. Of course, you're talking about more than just speed improvements. The original Apple Watch, this one right here, had a single core CPU. You get the S2 dual core CPU here on the Series 2. Now, what if you want to go with the Series 1? That one is $269 versus $369, so you're going to save yourself some money. That one has the S1 dual core CPU. I don't know why these numbers are going on here, but they're both supposedly twice as fast as the original Apple Watch, and our Series 2, in fact, is noticeably faster. Now, this is the fancy Milanese band. One of the neat things about the Apple Watch is the mixing and matching of so many bands of possibilities. I mean, you got your rubbery sport watch bands here, you've got third-party bands, you got leather bands, you got expensive bands, you got affordable bands. So it makes it feel a little bit more like a watch experience, right? But the improvements inside make for a watch that's 1 millimeter fatter. In this world where Apple's always making things skinnier and so is everybody else, it's surprising, but that's because they fit a GPS in here and a bigger battery, because a GPS is a hungry thing. Now you can see there's still not that much of a difference in thickness. If you go with the Series 1, it won't be as thick because it doesn't have the GPS inside. So Series 2 is the one you're going to be interested in if you want the GPS. If you want the bigger battery, the battery life should still be better because the GPS is not on all the time. In fact, you can't control it on the Apple Watch. Apple really likes to, just take care of things for you. Sometimes it can be a little deranging. Like, I'd like to be able to turn the GPS off to save power when I know I'm not going to need it, but it automatically kicks in if you say you're going to go for an outdoor run or an outdoor cycle, that sort of thing. The other difference is twice as bright a display, 1,000 nits of brightness. Now, the old one was 500 nits of brightness, which is pretty decent, but here in Texas, where we have super sunny days, let me tell you, even the 500 nit display could be a little hard to see. OLED display, no matter which way you go on any of these watches. 1,000 nits is viewable even here in Dallas, outside in the sun. So that's what you're getting if you get the more expensive watch. Of course, expensive is a relative term because this is the aluminum sport model, obviously in space gray, call it black, whatever you want. It's also available in silver, which is a lot like our Gen 1 finish right here. But if you want to move up to stainless steel and get the sapphire glass instead of the Ion X glass and the stainless steel casing, then it starts at $550, which will be more durable because I actually did wear this first generation a lot, and I do have a scratch on the crystal, a couple of scratches on the casing. I've seen ones that are more beat up. So stainless steel, for those of you who need more durability, goes up. And then instead of the Apple Watch edition like we had last time with the frou-frou gold finish that was movie star expensive, this time the highest end one is the ceramic one. It's white ceramic. I think looks like a kitchen sink. Sorry. You might really like it. No offense to those who do it. It's a matter of taste, right? This is jewelry, essentially. But that one is $1,300. So it's not as bad as the original Apple Watch edition in terms of pricing. There's a lot more to cover. We're going to talk about that now. Braintree Payments is our sponsor for this video, and we want to thank them for their support. It's not easy developing commercial mobile apps, but that doesn't mean accepting payments has to be hard. Braintree makes integrating mobile payments a breeze. They allow you to accept nearly any kind of payment from any device with a single integration. PayPal, Android Pay, whatever the next big thing is in payments. Android, iOS, and JavaScript clients are supported, as are payments in a variety of currencies. The code's elegant and clearly documented. And they have a simple and flexible SDK to make your job accepting payments easier. Learn more at braintreepayments.com/tech-review. So for some reason, the box actually got a little bigger. This is the Gen 2 box. This is the Gen 1 watch. The original Gen 1 watch had a kind of nice little plastic case in here that I liked a lot. This pops open. You take it out and ta-da. It's like a watch case, that kind of thing. That's gone. Sorry, no more. In Gen 2 here, in your bigger box, you get some genuine paperwork, and you get your watch in here. You get both sizes of band. If you get one that has one of the strap kind of bands right here, you'll get a small and a large tongue piece over here. I'm using the small one, so I have the large one in the box here. Now, if you get something like this Milanese loop, that's infinitely adjustable. Obviously, that's not necessary or possible, or if you get the stainless steel links or something like that. And underneath here, you get a charger. Now, different for shall I say 2016, Series 2 comes with the little charger. that actually plugs into the wall wart. Series 1 does not, which is a little bit cheeseball. The original Apple Watch came with a charger too. And of course, no matter what you do, you have to get this in the box. This is the magnetic little charging stand. USB cable plugs in here. By the way, the USB cable got shorted. Apple and their short cables, I don't know what's wrong with them. The original Apple Watch was one of the few things that actually shipped with a nice long cable. It was like almost 6 feet. The new one is about the same length as your iPhone charger, which is to say too short for a lot of us. So this is magnetic. It just goes on here, just like the old one. Pretty strong magnet, really. Pretty easy to do. Works fine. And if you get one of those third-party stands that doesn't come with one of these, this fits inside the stand. So this comes in the box at Watch OS 3.0, which is a lot faster watch operating system even on the original Apple Watch. Definitely worth the upgrade there. Apple supposedly simplified this, but I don't know that it's that much simpler. Given the fact that I knew how to use Watch OS 2.0, you know, not a lot has changed there, but there's a few cute things though. You get Minnie Mouse in addition to Mickey Mouse, and listen to this.
It's 4:05.
Oh, creepy. I discovered that by accident. It scared me. So you still have the crown right here, the digital crown that you can use to scroll around, move back and forth. And this is where all your apps are. And you can go to the App Store using your phone to install more apps. So, for example, this doesn't have a hiking application. You want a hiking application? There's one in the App Store. It doesn't track sleep, which actually is okay by me because I've used so many different fitness trackers and none of them actually did such a great job with that. But anyway, there are sleep apps on the store as well. The side button now brings up your most recently used apps, up to 10 of these, and you can get rid of any of these if you want to. They call that the dock. Pressing the crown always takes you back home again. And here you have your quick settings. More of them. Notice the water resistant feature. This is for the Series 2 watch only. You can manually activate this. Say you're gonna be giving it a rinse in the sink or something like that, or you're gonna shower with it. You can turn that on. It doesn't make it more waterproof magically by hitting the button. All it does is turn off the capacitive touchscreen, because capacitive touchscreens are often fooled by water and don't work real well. By the way, if you do decide to go for a workout, and we'll go right into the workout application right here, and let's choose a new workout. You've got outdoor run, outdoor cycle, just like you did before, indoor walking, running, elliptical, stair stepper, pool swim, open water swim, so you can swim in the ocean with salt water as well. If you choose that, it's going to tell you that this display is going to be locked because they're going to avoid accidental touches. Start. And it reminds you to press the digital crown. Counts down and it starts the activity. Press the crown, turn it, and it plays that little sound to let you know it's ejecting any water that might have gone in the speaker hole. No, you're not going to see this exciting squirt of water, maybe a little drippy. Really not much water gets in there in the first place, folks, but that's the whole excitement there. If you want that 50-meter water resistance, you're going to have to get the Series 2. Now, the original Apple Watch, honestly, I live in Texas. It's hot. I do exercise with this a lot, and I would rinse it off. No lying, all the time, and it was fine. There was absolutely no problem. So if you just worried about occasional splashes of water, the original watch did fine. Probably the Series 1 will do fine. But this is for people who are seriously going to do water sports, and you want to measure your fitness while you're doing that. If you want to swim with it, for example, then this is the one for you. Now, speaking again of those fitness features, you know, the Apple Watch kind of really got me hooked on measuring those. I'd been using Android Wear. This is the original ASUS ZenWatch, by the way, but its fitness features are pretty lacking. It's great for piping notifications over from your Android phone, but fitness, not so much. The Apple Watch does track a lot of different kinds of workouts pretty usefully, and it's got that heart rate monitor, which is the same heart rate monitor as the previous generation, and it's got a couple of sensors on the back there. Well, let's do the quick removal so you can see that even better. It's pretty easy to take these bands on and off. You just press the little release button there, slide it off. That's how easy it is to interchange bands. So 2 of these are actually sensors that measure your heart rate. It's pretty accurate in my tests. Now, you've got a heart rate monitor on this ZenWatch. That just was terrible. It didn't work at all. Some of the other Android watches do better. We've got things like the Fitbit. There are Garmin's out there that we've reviewed. This is the Samsung Gear S2. When I'm using my Android phone primarily, I wear this. This does a pretty good job too. Also has GPS, also measures your heart rate. And it's cheaper at $175 or so as well. So you do have options there, but honestly, I found that the GPS on this was about as accurate as you could get out of one of the better Garmin products. And that counts for a lot if you're going to be doing outdoor running. The heart rate monitor on this, like I said, it's pretty accurate. Sometimes you'll see some wonky results. You do have to keep this on your wrist pretty snugly for it to work. I haven't really seen a whole lot of anomalies on it, though. Now the back on the new watch is made of ceramic over here. I can't tell the difference. This one is composite. Well, I guess you see a new bevel over here. That's just a little piece of trivia there. I don't think it really makes much of a difference. And even if your watch is not the ceramic model, this is made of ceramic. You also have sensors on the back of these, just like the original Apple Watch, that know if the watch is on your wrist. So it will lock if the watch is not on your wrist, which is why it keeps asking for an unlock code over here when we tap on it, as you can see. Why does it do that? For anti-theft purposes, and also because this works with Apple Pay. Double press the side button, just like you double press on your sleep screen on an iPhone, and you can launch Apple Pay and use this for point-of-sale payments and not even take the phone out of your pocket. Now, as ever, this is a companion still for your smartphone right here, and you can see the Apple Watch application. This is where you'll go if you want to change settings. You can do some limited setting changes on the phone as well. You can change watch faces just by swiping. I find it's easier to actually select from all of them over here, and you can download new watch faces too. You can control your complications or the little gizmos and handy bits of information that are on the screen. You can select stuff that's going to be on your dock. You can change the app layout if you want, but I don't know. It's a cluster of little circles. No matter what, I don't find that that's particularly helpful. You might feel different. Obviously, other usability settings, you can control your notifications, so not every Gmail notification comes through if you don't want Gmail notifications. You can load third-party health apps. For example, I have Cardiogram over here. Other health apps will work also with this. We've got the new Breathe application. It's pretty cool. On the screen, you'll see a little thing that tells you to breathe, and you'll watch the graphic. Let's show you right here what that looks like. So it's going to remind you to do this about twice a day. So you breathe to match what you see on screen. So you take increasingly deeper breaths and slower breaths, and it monitors your heart rate. So it's going to tell you your heart rate when you're done. So, oh, and it also starts vibrating too, so you feel the pattern. And it is actually very relaxing, and I notice it really does lower my heart rate. So it's actually a kind of, well, cool little thoughtful feature there. So inside the Watch app, you have access to the App Watch Store, which is pretty typical for all of these smart watches, anything from news and information to workouts, that sort of thing. You can also put up to 2 gigs of music on the Series 2 Apple Watch, so that's nice if you're working out and you actually don't want to take your phone with you. I still do, just for security reasons, just in case something happens when I'm out on a run or something like that, but you might want to leave it at home. You can't, for some reason, put podcasts on those, just music. So that's the Apple Watch Series 2. Again, it's obviously improved over Series 1, and the addition of things like a GPS and the 50-meter water resistance, those are pretty important things if you're really, well, obviously going to get wet or go out for runs on the street. If you're not, there's the Series 1. If you have the original Apple Watch OS 3, it could be enough to keep you on board with that, because it really did speed up what was once kind of a sluggish experience. As ever, this is a pricey little companion to your iPhone only. It doesn't do Android, doesn't do anything else. So if you're an Android phone person, this isn't going to be the watch for you. I will say, however, that it does a really nice job of marrying fitness features with smartwatch features. The notifications, the actual native apps that we have at this point, really very nice fitness features. The heart rate monitor, a variety of workouts, the health recording on the phone, the compatibility with some third-party health applications are pretty strong. And this and the Samsung Gear 2 are actually my 2 favorite devices to wear right now for marrying those smartwatch features together, the ease of use, plus the workout features. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more cool tech videos.